How's it going? It is Saturday, March 28th, 2026. I had to double check the date there. And we have a very active week ahead of us. It's going to be a little bit quiet for the next few days, but we could see, and I was saying 3 to 4 severe weather days in a row. We could be seeing a whole week of severe weather. I'm talking 5, 6 plus days in a row next week. So I definitely want to get you guys some updates on that. Let's quickly push over here. We're going to start by taking a look at our live radar and temperature outlook, precipitation outlook. Then we're going to get into some of the details on the severe weather. I apologize, I haven't been posting as much or streaming as much. I'm still going to be posting and streaming every single week. My Discord is still updated every single day with all the latest weather updates. But yeah, I've got a 3 and a 1-year-old, and it gets exhausting sometimes. So had to pull back a little bit, but I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. Anyways, let's get into this. Here is the live radar. There's really not much going on around the states. I mean, it's quiet. So let me actually really quickly here move into precipitation type so we can see what's going on. Some snow up there, northeastern Minnesota, a little bit of snow moving through, snow rain mix moving through portions of upstate New York. And yeah, that's about everything going on currently. Let's take a look at our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. There we go. So again, this isn't the next 5 days, 6 days. This is once you get to that 6-day mark and on. So 6 to 10 day outlook. As we push into really next weekend, we're going to begin to cool down across portions of the central to northern plains, northwest, Rockies, up there in the upper Midwest. Still going to be very warm out here through portions of the Ohio Valley, southeast, and then the southern tier states. Getting into the 8 to 14 day range, that average to slightly below average is going to kind of be focused right up here in the northern plains, upper Midwest, and then the northern Rockies, while the rest of the country is going to be running slightly above average. 3 to 4 week range looks like we're going to be warming up. Not so sure about this. I think we might be a little bit cooler. Sometimes the Climate Prediction Center overdoes the heat a little bit. Let's quickly take a look at our rainfall. Over the next 72 hours, not much. I know there's a lot of green on the map, but the green, this is a 1/10 of an inch, a 20th of an inch of rain. Starts to get somewhat significant when you get into these blues, and now we're talking a 1/2 inch plus. Pretty quiet everywhere. Great Lakes region getting some rainfall through there, and then or potentially snow, but some precipitation through there. Northern Idaho, western Montana. Then you look down here in southern Florida. You need this. Very severe droughts in Florida, so this is going to be welcomed. Maybe in and around Miami-Dade, Broward down here, we could see locally 3 to 4 inches plus. I know it says 2 inches here, but that's over a more broad area. So 3 to 4 inches plus, I think locally is possible. But watch what happens as we push out to the 5-day. Did you guys notice anything that changed? This big swath of precipitation now across portions of the Ohio Valley and pushing up there through the Great Lakes region, Midwest, inner New England, Mid-Atlantic as well. And this is what's gonna come with that severe weather threat. We push out to 7 days, and yeah, that is a lot of rainfall. And you see here that 3 inch. I think it's possible we see 5 plus, if not more, inches locally over the next week in some of these areas. So that's definitely one of the reasons I wanted to make this video today, getting updates here. Let's quickly go over your 7 to 10 day forecast. So as I said, it's pretty quiet across much of the country right now. And as we move through the next few days, Sunday, Monday, we're going to continue to stay quiet. For the most part, you have some rain in some areas. But here you go. A little bit of moisture moving through the northwest, northern Rockies, some snow for the mountains. Florida's obviously seen a lot down there. As we get into Monday evening, getting into Tuesday morning, I want you to pay attention to this high pressure out here. We have a pretty significant high pressure out here, and what this is helping to do is kind of funnel this moisture, instability, heat off the Gulf into the center of the country, through portions of the plains, Mississippi, Ohio Valley. We also have some of this cold, dry air to the north that's going to begin to push down. Our jet stream's buckling a little bit, and this is where all the issues are going to arise from, obviously. Opposite air boundaries clashing causes severe weather. So things start to get a little active as we get into Tuesday morning, Tuesday morning, Tuesday evening. We get some storms moving up through portions of the Great Lakes region and the Midwest. This really a Tuesday night event into Wednesday morning. We're likely going to be dealing with some severe weather here, and this is likely what's going to start the kind of day after day severe threat for us. As we move through the next day, here we go getting into Wednesday evening, potentially a severe weather threat from portions of the southern plains through the Ohio Valley out towards the mid-Atlantic. You continue to see this moisture, this instability funneling through portions of the central U.S. and then out there towards the Ohio Valley, Midwest, and even New England here. We're going to continue to see this threat for severe weather all the way through the weekend. And then as we get into Saturday and Sunday, and this is a little bit farther out, we're talking about 150 plus hours, 150 to 200 hours. When you start to see a picture like this, a trough that really begins to dig, you've still got that high pressure helping to kind of rotate that moisture, heat, instability up into this region. This is the setup where I think, we talk about severe weather days and severe weather outbreak days, and they are different. You have a severe weather setup, 15 to 20, maybe even 25, severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, stuff like that. Severe weather outbreak days, we're talking about 50, 75, 100 plus warning days where it's widespread, it's everywhere. There's some outbreak potential next week. Outbreaks are the days that we talk about years after. So no reason to get too nervous yet. Like I said, this is a little bit further out, but definitely something to pay attention to, especially if you have any plans next weekend across the plains or really out east, because this is setting up to potentially be pretty significant. So we really need to pay attention to this. Just even looking at the future reflectivity, which we don't really, we want to look at kind of severe parameters and stuff, but just because of how far it is out, we'll look at the reflectivity. It's looking pretty significant. By the way, a snowstorm up through portions of the Midwest. This could be further north, further south. We could have an April snowstorm out here. I don't think it's going to be this far south. I actually think we might get something a little bit further to the north here, but that's also a possibility. So that's going to bother some people thinking we're done with winter, but we are going to have to watch out for that. So yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to get on today and talk about this stuff. I think it's going to get really active. And by the way, this is the severe weather outlook from CSU, so Colorado State University, and you can tell they're taking this seriously. We already have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They're probably going to have a Sunday risk zone as well. So yeah, it's going to be active. Obviously, Tuesday looks pretty significant, but I think these will start to look more significant than Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as we get closer in time. But people are paying attention to next week. And, this is going to be the first week of April. April and May, as I've said, tend to be the most active severe weather-wise, especially with Enso neutral conditions like we're in. La Niñas and Enso neutrals tend to be more active with severe weather season and tornado season, whereas El Niños, a lot of times, it can be a little bit calmer. So definitely just make sure you're paying attention to the updates. I'm going to be streaming tonight, and we're going to be going over the details of all of this. I like to, in these videos, kind of paint it with a more broad brush, just let everyone know kind of what to expect ahead. And then in the live streams, you can get in there and you can ask me questions about where you live and dates and whatever. We can get into the details of these events and what my real opinion is on, how severe will this be? How severe do I expect it to be? So if you guys want to join me tonight, I should be live streaming. I usually live stream around 9 p.m. Central. I may get on earlier today. It all depends, but I'll let you know in my Discord when I'm hopping on. If you want to join the Discord, there's a link right down in the description below. It's completely free. Just hop in there. It's an awesome weather Discord. Everything you need's in there. Almost 700 weather enthusiasts. You can also just add Connor's Climate Corner on Discord, and I'll accept you. I'll accept the friend request. I'll invite you to the server and make you a member of the Climate Crew. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. I'm looking forward to diving into this on stream with you. So I'll see you in the next video, or I'll see you on stream.